This demo shows how to assign and pass custom variables to an input and then use the resulting output within a Jinja filter to dynamically generate, all without writing any code. We will walk through a specific example. This example demonstrates creating a new IP address indicator, storing it in a variable, and then using that variable with a VirusTotal connector to perform an IP reputation lookup. We will then show how to use the analysis results to build Jinja and expression for a conditional statement. I have already logged into FortiSOAR and navigated to the playbook section. Here, I have created a playbook called Utilize Variables and Step Results. Let's open it for editing. We will start by selecting onCreate as a trigger, select indicator module, and setting the condition to type equals IP address. Now, let's briefly look at the indicator section to see how the type and value fields are represented. The value field contains the actual IP address. Understand why we choose type is IP address in the trigger condition. It's because the value field holds the IP address. Let's save the trigger and move on to the next step. Assigning a variable. We will give the step name and then provide a suitable name for the variable itself. Here is the key part, assigning the value. Notice the records input, this comes from the previous indicator module step. As mentioned, the value field contains the IP address. If we expand modules, then indicators, we can find value at the bottom. This is what we want, so we will select it and save the step. Now, we will add a VirusTotal connector step to perform the IP reputation lookup using our previously defined variable as input. We will name the step and select the Get IP Reputation action. Here is a crucial point. Instead of directly using the IP address from the indicator module, we will use the IP address variable we created earlier. This makes the playbook more flexible and reusable. This is the advantage of using variables. Let's save this step. Let's switch the playbook to debug mode to better understand its execution flow. We will change the logging level from info to debug. Apply the change and save the playbook. Now, let's test the playbook by creating a new IP address indicator. We will set the type to IP address. Enter the IP we want to check and save. The IP enrichment process will start in the background. We can see the results. The IP has been flagged as malicious and confirmed by 11 security vendors. Let's check the playbook execution logs for the workflow details. Let's review the execution of our playbook. Here is the playbook we created. Looking at the first step, the onCreate trigger executed successfully as indicated by the green check mark. You can see the input record here as well. Let's examine the second step, the assign variable step. The output shows the IP address value. The input arg field displays the raw arguments passed to this step. You will see the IP address within the value input. To clarify, let's open the playbook and look at the variable definition. The IP address variable is assigned the value of the records.value, which correspond to the input just we saw. Let's look at the third step, the VirusTotal connector. First, let's examine the input. We see two paths, input underscore args and evaluated underscore args. Input underscore args represents the pre-processing stage and contains the raw expressions or arguments. Here, we pass the variable name that stores the IP address. We can confirm this by looking at the playbook itself. Evaluated args, on the other hand, is the post-processing stage. Here the variable name has been resolved and the actual IP address is present. Now let's look at the output. This is a crucial step for building Jinja expressions. Expanding the attributes section reveals detailed virus total results. Here we are interested in the last analysis stats, which shows the IP address was flagged as malicious by 11 security vendors. Let's add a step to analyze the malicious core using a decision point and a Jinja expression. We will name the step and add a condition. Instead of using the standard condition types, we will switch to the advanced view. Here we see an example Jinja expression. We will now build our own Jinja expression based on the virus total step results. On the right, in the input-output section, you can see all the relevant information: our custom variables, input module records, and step results. As mentioned, we will use the virus total step results. By expanding data, then attributes, and finally last analysis stats, we'll select malicious. Clicking it automatically sets the Jinja expression in the condition field. This makes building Jinja expression easy without needing to memorize anything. To confirm, let's go back to the virus total results and verify that the malicious count is indeed 11. To satisfy this condition, we know that the malicious score is 11. Let's edit the playbook and create a new variable, malscore, and setting it to 11. Now, in the decision step, we can set the condition. In the custom variable field, you will see our new malscore variable, which we can use in the condition. This demonstrates how easily you can build playbooks using Jinja expressions and custom variables directly within the playbook editor without writing any code. Thanks for watching.